Welcome to Tuesday, September 20th, 2022. Your day with the podcast brought to you by Cowboy State Daily. Cowboy State Daily has more original Wyoming news information than any other news source in the state. Check them out at cowboystatedaily.com. Well, feeling like summer again today in many areas, but really feeling like fall tomorrow and into Thursday. As we head on into the next 48 hours, it'll be a 1-2 punch with what is going to be a frontal system coming out of Canada and a storm coming out of California, working together to bring some showers and thunderstorms and breezy conditions today. Best chance of showers and thunderstorms will be mountains and west of the Continental Divide. However, tonight, some of those will spill over the divide and then much, much cooler temperatures. In fact, there'll be some areas as much as 30 degrees colder tomorrow. After 80s and some areas 90s today, just 50s and 60s for Wednesday and Thursday. Showers and thunderstorms are going to be likely, and there is going to be heavy rain possible, especially in Colorado. But the Four Corners region could have heavy rain as well. Some heavy rain in September, kind of a bonus, especially as we get into mid-September for some of those areas. After this all moves out, we could end up with some spot-on beautiful early fall weather this weekend into early next week. Now, it might be a little breezy, but we may have a really nice early fall weekend coming up, and that will probably stretch into early next week. And with the colors beginning to change, could be a nice opportunity to head to the hills. Gulf of Mexico hurricane is looking very likely next week. We'll take a look at that, but it looks like we are going to have a hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico somewhere late next week. Satellite photos today show that low in Northern California, it has produced some really good rain in this area right here, especially over southern and southwest Oregon that really needed it. But the Sierra and many areas of Northern California doing well. Notice this other area of moisture right here. This is the moisture we showed you yesterday. The counterclockwise rotation of wind around the low is drawing this moisture northward. Then, see up here? Here's a cold front coming out of Canada, and you can see the cold front here on the satellite imagery. See the blue? Those are low stratus clouds forming in the colder air with that frontal system up here. So this is going to come south. This is going to head this way. This is going to head this way. So we kind of have a collision course taking place over the central Rockies with this pattern. And you can see what's going on here. The clockwise flow around the high, the counterclockwise spin around the low, bringing everything together. Then here's the cold front right here. A lot of moving parts to the weather here over the next 48 hours. This is that subtropical moisture coming up from the southwest. The precipitable water forecast really shows it over Arizona, western areas in New Mexico, but southeast Utah and western Colorado. Then you can see that moisture back over to California and Oregon. As we get into tomorrow afternoon and evening, look how deep that moisture gets. Here is basically the drier air behind the cold front. So there's a real convergence of moisture coming into this region here. And that's why we could have some heavy rain in the mountains of southern areas of Colorado and the Four Corners area. This is by Thursday afternoon and evening. We have that moisture coming up from the south, the colder air coming in from the northwest. Fiona going to head out to the Atlantic. It may clip parts of eastern Canada here, but we'll be forgetting about Fiona here and then worrying about the next one. These are the temperature anomalies by tomorrow evening, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. You can see the colder air upslope against the Front Range and out in the plains. A real cool day, nothing terribly cold, just tasting like fall again. Now through Friday evening, through 6 p.m. Friday, this is the rainfall forecast. You can see this arch of heavier rain right here from Arizona through the Four Corners region. Then we have this rain and this area shower and thunderstorm activity here. Look at western Wyoming, eastern Idaho, maybe in the northern Wasatch Front here. Quite a bit of shower and thunderstorm activity stretching out onto the plains as well. And we do think there is going to be some snow, but also some heavy rain. See all those green areas? Those green areas are under a flood watch. So you can see that we could have some flooding, especially in this area right here, but even a flood watch for the Sierras and a little part of New Mexico there due to heavy rain from slow-moving showers and thunderstorms in this pattern. And here's potential snow. I do think Wyoming's western mountains, the Wind Rivers in particular, are going to likely see some accumulating snow. Now, snow levels are going to be pretty high, probably going to be getting up around above 10,000 feet or so. But there is going to be some snow, even some snow in the high Sierra as that low tracks on through. So snow level's pretty high for really this far into September, but there is going to be a little bit of high elevation snow. And I guess we should expect it officially Mountain Time, 7:03 p.m. on Thursday is when we have the autumnal equinox. So we're running out of summer, folks. The smoke forecast looking much better. Notice we don't have any smoke plumes showing up here from the fires. And this area right here, kind of missing out on the heavier rain, but still we'll have a chance for some showers here over the next 48 hours. By the weekend, we have a nice ridge of high pressure building in. We are going to be under northwest flow, though. So temperatures will be warmer this weekend, but not by a lot, and it could be kind of breezy. Friday into Saturday in particular, we'll have a little bit of wind. But with this high pressure moving in and a dry air mass behind coming out of Canada, boy, that ends up being a really, really nice stretch of weather developing this weekend, especially Sunday into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. See this L right here? That's a tropical depression that on Monday is just a tropical depression, but will become a hurricane likely by late next week. So I'm going to show you 3 different model solutions like we like to do sometimes, just to tell you how you can't trust a model. Models are tools, they're not reality, but we're going to show you where the models think there's going to be a hurricane by late next week in the Gulf of Mexico. This is the European model. This is by 6 p.m. Mountain Time Thursday of next week. This is the Canadian, all the way back here over the Yucatan. And then this is the American model, blowing up, going right into Tampa. So, is it going to hit Tampa? I don't know. Could it be down here? Sure. Could it be here? Sure. Wait to see, but our confidence is high that something is brewing in the Gulf of Mexico late next week. Have yourself a good Tuesday. See you tomorrow.